Hello, this is David Dean, and welcome to the Goblin Cafe, where we are playing Dungeons and Dragons in space. Yes, we are doing D&D Spelljammer. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy what we're doing here and help spread the word about this channel. Any questions or comments are greatly appreciated. Tonight, we are missing one of our members, Dee, our lovable Tinkerdust Autonome, but she hopefully will be joining us in the next session. So let's go ahead, and if either Kimberly or Jamie would want to give a recap of last session for everybody to get inspiration, we can do that.
There were dolls. There were so many dolls, and they were terrible.
You can work together if you want.
That's what I was going to say. We just played with dolls. It was a nice time.
It was supposed to be an easy one.
Friends. Yes. There might be some cursed doll teeth in play at this point. And we did rescue your friend.
Did I get cursed doll teeth?
All right, we'll take it. And yeah, so everybody gets a reroll. And you can't give your reroll to other players, but you can give it to an NPC. I need to make more clarifications on that. That way people aren't asking a bunch of questions for the last minute. And you know how you can and can't use it. We had left off. You had just returned to the ship after clearing out the cursed dolls out of the toy maker's house and not burning down his shop. And you all went to go to rest. But of course, with our crew being what it is, everybody has a different sleep thing. Over on Roll20, I got you on the ship. I know Tinkerdust usually sleeps in the cat bed at the end of the captain's bed. And so she is hunkering down there in her sleep mode. And let's see, is that where Captain Soliana would be at?
Yeah, that works.
All right, and you're doing your trance-like state for 4 hours?
Yep.
All right. And then Flo, where are you and your drum gonna be spending the night?
Let's go by the helm in case something happens.
All right.
He just kind of moves the drum throughout the ship whenever she sleeps. Never in the same spot.
So up by the helm. All right. And then Scrimshaw, where are you crashing for the night?
Probably any of the crew. If they have hammocks, right?
The crew in this room back here, there was 4 hammocks.
Probably do a hammock.
Though that's where the turtles have been sleeping, and then down here where I put you, or where you're currently at, is where the remainder of the crew sleeps. Zebo's over here with his little workshop room.
And this room is fine. I'll just use this regular bed. Yeah.
All right. And then Chirp, you don't sleep. So for the next 4 hours, what are you up and doing?
Oh goodness, what am I doing? Chirp is going to try to figure out what the plans are with things. She's going to read quietly, not to wake anybody up. She is going to see what news anybody has on any of the past, any information anybody has about creepy dolls or creepy doll related activities.
Well, would you be looking for the crew members then?
Yeah, I'd be looking for the crew members and talking to them, seeing who's awake.
Actually, you don't see much of them towards the front of the ship, but as you start walking towards the back, you start hearing some singing and laughter going on from the back galley.
I remind Del Torin that it's quiet time on the ship. It's not actually quiet time on the ship. But I tell Del Torin that the captain has instituted quiet hours.
All right, but before you get there,
now.
you'll start hearing some singing, and it's Del Torin playing his lute, and you just hear him starting to sing The Sweet Angelie is graceful and swift with a crew of delightful misfits. We sail across the crystal sphere, drinking kegs of grunge-tainted beer. When we reach port, we shall all cheer. Yo ho, here we go. A brain-severed hand, and who knows? Yo ho, here we go. Our flag is a skull with a pink bow. Oh, oh, oh. The captain wields a whip of thorns. Our primeval pet causes enemies to mourn. The ancient elf of the astral sea. Her knowledge brings success as the key. She's the reluctant leader we all need. Yo ho, here we go.
It's quiet hours. Quiet hours.
Oh.
It's quiet hours.
Join us, sing a verse, chirp.
But how many verses did he have prepared left?
We have to hear the rest.
We've been leaving you alone for too long.
You're not there. It's all chirp.
Okay.
The turtles are, well, no, come join us. Have a drink. Relax. We're just celebrating the battle of the other day, trying to get our nerves about us.
You didn't, did any of you do anything? I'm sure you did something.
We fought demon chickens.
Right. Right. But you didn't fight like dolls. And we're all pretty tired since the doll incident.
Well, that's why we're at the back of the ship, but yes, sorry. We will keep it all quiet back here.
Like you turtles are fine, Deltorin. Watching you. And she just like leaves and like closes the door. And like giggles as she's walking away. She thinks it's great.
And you hear them break out in laughter for a little bit as you're walking away. And then they start mingling out of the room. And
yeah, no, she's not really going to bother them too much. She'll just like chat about what happened, like the dolls and the what else?
Well, pick which one you're talking to. Each one has their own personality.
They do. She's gonna talk to Shelly. Shelly.
All right.
We had to fight some scary dolls. Tell me everything you know about dolls that are scary.
Most of our dolls aren't scary. Yeah, you know, they're just sweet little ones. We got potato dolls, and with all the eyes on them. And no, we don't make them scary. That wouldn't be the right thing to do to children. You know. What are you talking about?
Dolls with teeth, like humanoid teeth.
Yeah, if that's something the thri-kreen do, then more power to them. But the turtles don't do it. We don't even have teeth of our own. So why would we put teeth in the dolls?
Also don't have teeth. I don't understand. Like dolls with teeth, do they tend to like, if you kill them, do they come back? Are we going to have to like constantly fight dolls with teeth?
Well, you see, dolls, they're not alive. You see, they're little representation for like young children to play with, to help them learning about nurturing and taking care for the day when they have children of their own. You don't kill the doll.
The chirp is just like observing all of the things that she's learned from Shelly about dolls. And everything she's seen with dolls. She's like, humanoid children are so strange. I don't understand.
Yeah.
I have many questions.
I don't know about but no, you shouldn't be killing the dolls. Those are children's toys of children. They need their toys.
Okay. I'll make a note of that. And she like looks for a notebook to make a note of that and just kind of wanders off, leaving Shelly alone.
All right. The other Shelly, Birdie, and Donatello will head up to the aft deck. Let's see. Can I move them as a group? Yay! And then the other three will stay back and clean up the room a bit, and after a while, take their stuff down. And where are you going to spend the rest of your time?
Probably just somewhere so that I can stay 120 feet from the Mind Flayer ship, just in case they want to call. just in case they want to say hi. And every now and again, she'll just send out a little, how's it going? How are things? Doing good over there?
Actually, you do notice it's kind of busy over there. They seem to be loading up some supplies and materials.
You having a party?
A little more action. They have kind of blocked themselves from your telepathy and keep moving on and just, not really paying attention.
Yeah, she's trying. She's just like, we're having a party. That looks like fun. She's like the nosiest neighbor. Maybe we'll come over and have sandwiches when everybody else wakes up. Everybody else is asleep right now. Hi. Hi, neighbors.
You see their tentacles kind of flaring as they look to each other, look at you, and then look at each other.
That's all she'll do. It's 4 straight hours of it.
All right. Not much else is going on. You see the dwarven guards walking around, making sure everything's nice and secure. You see Thunderdome after a while walk up towards the front to join in on guarding the ship. And after about 4 hours, Captain Soliana, you get a good rest.
Yay.
You see a few of the rats all curled up because you were on a bunk bed and usually you stayed on the top bunk, and there's a bunch of your rat friends sleeping down on the bottom bunk now.
Maurice hasn't eaten them. Good Maurice.
Anything you want to do?
I gather, if I remember correctly, our turtles started making a garden somewhere.
Yep.
I think Soliana will head up there and start tending the garden a little bit.
Main area, it seems like back here, it has been totally cleared out for the ballista. If you were to talk, now the turtles have gone to bed. We'll just put them off to the side. And I will just go ahead and what color? I'm just going to draw in quick basically all the way around the edge. They have put in a maybe a little makeshift garden flower bed area.
Nice.
And go ahead.
Oh, no, she'll just fuss around there. Use the staff of flowers to get things going if there's any empty patches.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up because you haven't used it in so long. It's like, any particular type of flower you choose to put in there?
Okay, now biology brain is kicking in and getting too realistic. My first thought was like strawberries, because that's useful, but there aren't going to be any pollinators. So,
I would say you've seen pollinators.
Oh, okay.
On the asteroid. Yep.
Hopefully no one's allergic. Yeah, that's true.
Little brush.
If it's blueberries, you can just like hit a tine against them or near them to play a note. I hope no one's allergic to bees, and she'll put some strawberries down.
All right, some strawberries. You already see some turnips and carrots growing in there, but they also have some little forget-me-nots and our little flowers, smaller ones growing in the flower bed.
Nice. She'll probably store the staff of flowers somewhere around here, maybe with a note, so it has a chance to recharge and hopefully doesn't get messed up by anyone.
Oh, what's the note on it?
Just to keep track of its charges.
Oh.
Because we don't want it to run out,
Mm-hmm.
right? So use no more than 3 times a day or something.
All right. And okay, and Flo's just out. She actually sleeps the normal period. And Chirp, you ended up, I believe, towards the helm where they have all the maps and books and stuff.
Yep.
Sure. Oops, I did not want to do that. That's what happens when you don't change the tool. How much? Yeah. All right. Sorry, just trying to move you down there. And I would say early in the morning, as you're waiting for these people with their bones on the inside of their skin to, some of them have no bones.
Two of us, actually.
Finally get up. You start hearing some moaning, even some slight little screaming from back in Scrimshaw's room.
It sound like monkey screams.
Yeah, I was gonna let you do them if you wanted to, because I
mean, I'm not going to scream into my mic with monkey sounds.
Come on. So you can investigate it or let it go. Up to you.
Chirp is gonna go and knock on the door and be like, "Is everything okay? Hello."
No response, but you hear a lot of muttering.
Gonna shoulder.
Sounds like she's in pain.
Gonna summon my inner flow and shoulder into the door.
It's not locked.
I follow.
I should lock it.
You
I
should
really
lock it.
should.
Should.
Yeah, you get in the room and you see a little bit of blood coming out of her ear, as with her eyes closed, she's sitting there kind of trembling and almost like she's fighting off something in her dreams.
Trying to like shake her awake. Scrimshaw!
And then
You're
Scrimshaw
only
wakes up.
responsible adult.
Ah. Oh. I feel like crap. Did we drink a lot? Because I feel very bad.
I don't think so. You fought a lot of dolls that are apparently supposed to teach humanoid children nurturing and responsibility, and I have so many questions.
What? Wait, what? No, I just had a bad dream is all. Mostly all. I feel worse than when I went to bed, though.
Del Torn was singing last night. I think it might have been that.
I think this bed is lumpy.
Mhm. You should kick Del Torn out of his room and take his bed.
And what's wrong with Del Torn? I didn't hear anything.
He was writing songs about us that weren't pre agreed upon.
Isn't that what bards do?
I mean, yes, but I was the first bard in this party, and Del Torrent's taking all of the credit, and he's making songs, and the crew like him better than me.
So you stay up longer than Del Torn does. Shouldn't you write some songs?
Might not sleep very well sometimes, but this whole nightmare scenario that you're having is making you speak a lot of sense, Grimshaw. I will do that next time. Also, you have like jelly coming out of your ears.
Yep. I mean, that's blood, but
Oh, that's a bad thing, right? Or does it just happen?
no, that's the first time it's ever happened, probably. So yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to get Soliana and she can do the I have healing spells and I cast healing word. Wait a minute. I have healing spells. Cast healing word on boop. All better.
Oh, thank you. No, I mostly had dreams about Celine and demons and more demons, and also a lot of my crewmates digging in a cave. Your asteroid wouldn't happen to have like untold riches or stuff inside of it, would it?
Are like diamonds considered riches?
Yeah.
Then yes.
Oh. Yeah, that might be where they are. Or it was just a dream and all the talk about, you and Flo living in an asteroid probably is just affecting it.
Pretty magical. And flow is from the inside where I've been largely forbidden from visiting on account of like danger and unknown perils.
Oh. I mean, maybe these I mean, they were talking about having a bunch of servants and stuff from your group. Maybe they're just trying to mine the asteroid inside out. Is it just like a big diamond? Is that what we're dealing with secretly, unbeknownst to everyone?
I mean, stranger things have happened. But I have never been on the underside of the planet. That's where Flo grew up. We're neighbors. We just didn't know we were neighbors. But now we're best friends and neighbors.
Does your mom wear jewelry that's like all covered in diamonds?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like it's very, very shiny. You gotta wear sunglasses a lot.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Do I think that I've been affected by anything? I just know that I've had a really bad dream and woke up really rough.
Yeah, and in pain and taking damage. But yeah, that's all you know.
And I'm too distracted to do any of my morning things that I do, like changing out my spells and my infusions.
Yeah, and you know that's means you did not get a good rest.
Yeah.
Whatever happened interrupted that.
I don't know, you guys. I'm going to be pretty useless today, unless you need an unseen servant. That's the only thing I could do.
No.
Flo, you would start waking up, probably hearing them talking down the hall.
I feel great. Who's ready to take on the crypt today? Let's go.
Rose Petal come out. Hey, see you're all up and ready. You want me to put together we got some eggs and some bacon and got some other things. Less I describe them, probably better. You want me to get a meal put together for all of you?
What creatures the eggs come from?
That's an excellent question.
We're talking about abyssal chickens, so just
not the abyssal chickens. Although I would be interested to know and possibly experiment if you could find some.
They're probably just filled with ichor, right?
Yeah. Now you got me curious. And she'll head off, grabbing some stuff out of the pantry and start cooking up.
Do you want us to bring you breakfast, Scrimshaw? We could bring breakfast in bed and rest in.
No, I'm good. I'm fine. I'll go with. It's fine.
I mean, you don't look fine.
I don't feel fine, but I am fine. There's a distinction. I'll go. It's fine. I'll feel better with bacon.
All right.
The bacon definitely comes from those flying space pigs, though. For sure.
Yeah. Just don't tell the space penguins. All right.
I don't. Surely they breed them and sell them, right? If they're trying to make money. Because that's where you buy the bacon from, is from the door.
But that'll take about a half an hour. So is there anything you want to do before the food gets up there?
What's our plan for the day?
See, we got to go to the crypt, talk to the ambassador, find Celine and take her down. Talk to the ambassador and find Petunia. I think that was her name.
Yeah. I think that's the thing we should do is help that guy's wife, right?
Mm-hmm. Our neighbors were really busy. It's almost like they're going to have a party or something. I asked about it and they didn't really answer because I think they're just so busy that they don't have time to answer. These things happen. But they were like, there was lots of illithids on the deck and they were doing like their tentacle, like waving at each other and they were kind of mingling. So I'm thinking it's probably a party. I'm sure we're going to get our invitation any moment. Like it's probably in the mail. They probably just didn't want to like drop it off. They're probably going to have like an official courier bring it over.
Well, we should definitely check if the ambassador is just coming down to the ship. It'll save us a trip up.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Oh, I still have those human teeth from that doll.
Hey, teeth are so weird.
Yeah, I don't want them anymore. I had a nightmare. I don't like them all of a sudden.
Well, Torn, got your present. We should give him a trophy so he can sing about it in his next song.
You
Want
want
me
to go up
to
looking for them?
see if maybe they're magical still, if I can detect magic on them?
Be my guest.
I can check it out really quick. I'll use my detect
Oh, yeah.
magic thing.
The barbarian flexing its magical muscle. I can do magic. I can do magic. Nothing.
Okay. Seems fine. I
Mm,
don't know how reassuring that is.
Yeah, just teeth. Weird.
probably just in my head.
All right. Yeah, I had no idea what to do to get ready for this session because I didn't know where you're going. So
We don't know where we're going either. I guess
No.
we got to talk to the ambassador. That
We
seems the most pressing because they
Okay.
have his wife.
I have
Potentially,
had
I would know where she is.
8 for dinner. I don't know.
Didn't write down why they
Petunia.
have his wife. Just like as collateral or as a like a bartering chip.
Maybe she ran away in this like dramatic flyaway romance.
You knew that the Mind Flayers had attempted to capture both her and her husband, and her husband managed to escape.
In just like an eating capacity or for a specific reason, or we didn't know why.
They didn't give a reason.
Okay.
The mention of brain slushies was never made.
But we can only ask the ambassador for one favor, and we need him for other things as well.
We can just
Unless
have
we
a
say-
conversation.
Unless we put it all in one sentence really quickly, I think that was the best idea we had.
This doesn't have to be our favor. We could just ask what the deal is.
I think they're going to take that as fulfilling the bargain.
Not if we specify that this is not a bargain. You got to put it in the small print. This is not a legally binding bargain.
Then
Or
they're
if-
just not going to tell us anything.
Or if we're doing something else for them anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Like what?
do they need some help with their party?
They might. Very entertaining.
I mean, you guys did some successful busking last time, so
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
They might want a brawl famous fighter to come and like sign autographs. Might be something they need. Could be Flo's first cameo tour before we get her on the con circuit.
yeah, we gotta look into that.
That's right. That's another thing we have to do today. Bar fights, check out the arena for fights there, check out the other bars to see if they also offer fighting.
I mean, surely the gardens where all the pirates are probably have the best fighting, right?
We could go there. Well,
I don't think we can go there yet. Our ship's not done being fixed.
Not yet, but soon. After we take care of things here.
Probably want to improve it and not just keep it at factory settings to take on pirates. I don't know.
And we want to visit the gardens when the little grung babies are like walking and talking and we can like play with them. Like right now, they're just little tadpoles and we're not going to be like able to play with them.
How long does that take, you think?
I have no idea.
Oh, they also didn't go to the gardens, at least the ones we met.
Oh,
They went to the Feywild.
right.
There are grung in
Gardens
the
there.
gardens,
In
though.
the garden. Yeah.
Now in the Feywild. It's probably going to be bad.
It's probably fine. The Feywild can handle creatures, right? It's full of creatures. What are like a few frogs?
Yeah,
To
it's just like bringing
Australia.
a few rabbits to Australia. You know, It's like, what's the
Yeah,
worst
this
that can
never turned
happen?
out poorly.
Yeah, Rose Petal brings up the food and throws it down on the table for everybody.
Thanks, Rose Petal.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
No problem. And you want to do anything else before heading out?
Rose Petal, you read lots of books that are scary. Yes?
Yeah, I love reading.
You're into creepy stuff, right?
I don't think it's creepy, but
Like
Sure.
dead things and like not
Well-
dead things you eat, but like dead things that people like reanimate, that kind of stuff.
yeah, I just believe in recycling.
Yeah. I like you there. So our friend Scrimshaw woke up looking like this. And she points at Scrimshaw's face very dramatically.
Wait, what is that segue? I'm not dead.
You're not dead yet. But look at her face.
I
And she
don't- I
points
don't
dramatically to her
aspire-
face.
I don't aspire to be dead anytime soon.
Do you know anything that could cause somebody to look like this? And she points at her skin.
She looks healthy to me. No, a little tired, but no, looks like doing good.
There was jelly coming out of her ears this morning.
It's called blood.
blood
called
coming
blood.
out of her ears this morning.
Well, that's that's never good.
With
Yeah,
those
it's definitely-
details, with those details, could I roll like a medicine check or something?
Yeah,
Okay. Can I cast guidance on myself? That's like she's piecing this together and it's like, oh, something happened.
yeah, a little blessing.
Okay. Cool. Did it work? I don't think it worked, but it's 17.
17. Is that what the D4?
Doesn't look like it. No.
There we go.
it's
19.
19.
Either way,
Yeah.
good roll. Maybe not so much on medicine, but you've noticed just in the last couple of days, every time you saw somebody taking psychic damage, a lot of it, it would sometimes cause that.
What happened? It looks like you might have been taking some psychic damage overnight, it sounds
Mhm.
like.
I mean, I've had bad dreams before and have not like taken psychic damage from a weird dream. It just happened to be very vivid and very demon heavy. So, I
And
don't know.
actually, why don't you have Arcana, don't you? Yeah, you're the
do.
only person with Arcana.
Am I?
So why don't you go ahead and roll it?
20.
Ah,
Sorry. You proposed it.
I know.
I can't cast a spell that high. So I don't know.
Yep. The more you talk about it and the more you think about it, and mainly about not getting to recharge your spells, which has never happened before, and waking up actually taking damage, you do start to think that it might be something magical in nature.
I mean, I don't know how to protect myself from a spell when I'm not conscious. So
Rose
it
petal.
could have been a spell.
Now, there's a lot of sages on the rock, a lot smarter about these things than I am. I know a lot about the undead, necromancy and stuff, but this sounds like a different type of magic. You could always check with the Seekers. You could check with the Fireball Alliance, but they're kind of annoying, little egotistical group.
Yeah.
And their answer to all problems is Fireball. Really don't think you want that answer for trouble sleeping.
I mean, definitely sleep.
Yeah.
I
Probably
won't
not
be restful
restful.
sleep. No,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
So let's see if we can find out what's going on with you then.
Oh, we could put that on the second on the list.
Okay.
The Lilithids are like right next door.
They're not the ones that we've got a friendly relationship with, though.
No, But we could ask if the ambassador is coming. And
It's
that's
true.
why they're prepping.
It's true.
I vote nodded if I'm taking psychic damage, though. I don't know. Chirp has a great rapport with them.
Yeah, Chirp's friends with them.
Me? Yeah, I'm friends with everybody. Friends with you. I'm friends with the ambassador. I'm friends with all kinds of people.
You're the drow that stole all your stuff.
But I would be best friends with them if they would stop and talk to me. Tell me your backstory.
We will find this out.
Okay. Well, I'm good whenever then if we want to head out. Or as good as I'm going to be today. It's fine.
All right. So heading off into the big city of Brawl.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Well,
I think I
the
heard
ship.
somewhere that Tinker Dust is getting ready for the festivities in a few days.
Oh, yeah. I was going to mention that. You see Tinker Dust talking to the Turtles and Beatrice and Shelley, and she lets you know that she's going to help decorate the ship for the Festival of the Moon, which is now 2 days away. So she's going to help beautify the ship.
It's going to be lovely. Don't touch any of my stuff.
All right.
Gotta check with the ship just next door first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So heading down the dock to your port mates, I guess you call it.
In case they're feeling chatty.
Are you going to try to wave and get your attention from your ship, or are you going to walk around and head up their dock?
Well, Chirp is going to start waving from the time she's on the deck the whole way over.
Oh.
She is that
All of
annoying
the
neighbor
above.
on the campsite. Yeah. She is when you go camping. Terrible neighbor.
They continue ignoring you until you get over towards where the dock is, and you see two Elithid standing at the end of the dock, pointing to different gifts and other creatures carrying some crates and stuff, loading up the ship. And they kind of bar your way. And you hear in your head, this area is off limits.
Oh, we're just old friends. There's no need. We're neighbors. Hello. I'm Chirp.
We all know of you, Chirp. You've become quite well known among our crew.
Oh, that warms my heart if I had one so much. So what you doing?
That's none of your business.
Oh, you don't want to trouble me with making me. Oh, don't worry. I'm not gonna get all busybody and start doing things and helping out. We just want to be neighborly and help out. And she just waves to her friends. They don't want us to start lifting these heavy crates. Isn't that so nice of them? They're concerned that they're all oh, this is none of your concern, but they just don't want us helping.
No, we were just wondering if the ambassador was coming down, and that's why you guys are all being a buzz.
We are not allowed to discuss the ambassador's schedule.
But we're very close personal friends with the ambassador.
We have heard of your encounters with him at the embassy.
Mm-hmm. And you know that we are close personal friends with the ambassador.
We just want to save some time traveling to the embassy. If perhaps there might be a chance that we don't have to make the trek, that we'd appreciate the heads up. Otherwise, we'll just head over there and be disappointed when he's over here.
I would recommend you going to the embassy if you have any dealings to do with the ambassador.
And did you want us to put in a good word for you, or did you want us to tell him how rude you've been to us? She says, batting her big giant bug eyes threateningly.
Tell him what you will.
Oh, I will. I sure will. Absolutely. You've been very rude. He won't like that. You know what he does to rude people who kick brain puppies and aren't nice to his friends.
Do tell.
She's like, I thought you knew. Anyway, we're gonna go talk to the ambassador. Enjoy your jobs while you have them. And she just starts walking.
Do you want to do an intimidation check on that?
Yes, please.
Okay.
And I would like to burn my roll.
Well, no, roll first. It's a re-roll.
Okay,
The way I do
okay.
inspiration.
And
Because it always gets confusing whether you can or can't. So it's a re-roll.
all right, so it would have been a 10 with the disadvantage. So I'll take the 20, please.
All right. Okay. You see the squiggles a little bit in concern.
Tilian's gonna call out, do you know anything about a petunia? A woman by that name?
Flower? Oh. I do not usually know the name of non-illithids.
Would there ever be an illithid named Petunia?
Are you asking?
Yeah, just just out of curiosity. Do
What kind
illithids
of
ever name
names?
their kids Petunia?
I have never heard of one named Petunia.
Okay.
What kind of names do you use?
Words that most of your kind cannot pronounce. Which for your DM is almost any word out there, as you know with your name.
Whatever names you could pronounce by like forcing air through tentacles.
Yeah.
And having the
Squishy
clacker
names.
things, which maybe, Chirp might be able to get a few of them.
Oh,
That dialect.
All right. Are you getting into the Kraken and floating your way up, taking the stairs or taking the lift?
Yeah, let's
Uh,
use the I don't know.
use the Kraken. You need to make an entrance.
All right, we can do that.
How fast does the elevator go up?
Now, if it's it goes up pretty fast if
Okay.
it happens to be going up when you're there. They're usually loading it up with crates and other stuff, and you just happen to catch it, and for 5 gold pieces, you're able to go with it.
No, if we're all in the Kraken and we go up in it, do we have to pay the 5 gold pieces, or do we just pay for one fare because we're just like a item?
You're taking up room. So
Mm.
5, you would think. You don't know, you haven't tried. You can.
Do we have a blanket we can throw over ourselves?
I mean, can't it-
We
I
can just
guess it
take the
can't
stairs.
yeah.
Maurice can just pull us up the stairs. I get
I can just climb just straight up the cliff. It's fine.
Getting
Instead
the
of like
morning
the whole
exercise.
the switchback is just more steps. You could climb up the side of the cliff too. Nothing's stopping you.
Yeah, but I want to race Maurice up the stairs.
Good barbarian attitude.
I think Maurice is very happy with this.
You really feel it in your calves, like the tops of your thighs. Yeah. I don't know if Flo will feel any of it.
All right. Yeah, you get up to the top here, you start heading down the road. This is the road that if you go perpendicular, one way is the Rock Rat, the other place is the Lesser Market. And then you continue to head up. Now that you've been into the other areas, it's very clear how much this is a much well-off area, much dirtier area. Seems a little peculiar that on the very edge of it is where the Illithid embassy is, right before it starts getting a little bit nicer in the middle city. But yeah, you roll on up to the embassy.
It's probably cheaper rent.
Never know. All right.
Oh my God, buddy.
You head
Hopefully,
up, you
just
knock.
like an audience with him doesn't
Yeah.
count as his favor, right?
I have
We'll
no
find
idea.
out.
We're gonna find out.
I'm okay with it if we end up spending the favor on this.
Hmm.
Just a friendly visit.
All right, you head up to the door and knock.
Knock, knock, knock.
After a moment, the door is open by some huge bug-looking creature with great big pincers and stuff.
Hello.
And opens it up. Yes, it's much bigger and brawnier than yourself, Chirp.
That doesn't
But
take
definitely,
much.
no, it has its skeleton in the right place. So
Is it a thri-kreen or is it one of the like centaur
Hulk.
like? Oh, an Umber Hulk. Okay.
yeah. He opens the door. You see once again Lithid inside. Basically the greeter and kind of secretary. What can I do for you?
We are here to just have a nice visit with the ambassador. You know, we're his friends. Just checking in, saying hello.
Are you on the schedule?
Oh, there's an appointment schedule. And she looks to Scrimshaw. Big
Mm.
eyes.
Does he have any openings today on his schedule?
Well, who is it that wishes to meet with him?
The crew of the sweet Angelique who saved his puppy.
Yes. Yes, I remember that. Is it of any particular subject or concern?
Well, just you know, casual, friendly stuff.
And
also concerns.
Yeah, also concerns.
Also concerns.
I will inform his staff and see if he is available. Is there anything else you would like me to put in before?
Yes, two things. First,
Holds up to
where can we get brain smoothies and or espressos on the Rock Brawl? Second, there's like a ship right next to us that's like loading up with stuff, and we went over to have a nice little conversation, and they were very rude to us and very, very mean, and just not acting in a manner that is befitting neighbors of friends of the ambassador. And we just wanted to let the ambassador know that some of the Illithids that were next door to us were particularly mean, and they specifically told us to tell the ambassador this to the ambassador, because we were like, we're going to tell the ambassador, and they're like, good, you should go tell the ambassador. So
I think they're
I'm obligated to tell the ambassador.
okay, but they were being sarcastic, though.
Oh, yeah, sarcasm's hard. Well, anyway, they did say it, so we're just doing the thing that they said to do.
And that is what
Chirp
you
wants
want me
to file a complaint.
I do want to file a complaint.
I can go ahead and file that complaint without having to, schedule a meeting. I can make
Thank
sure the ambassador knows.
Mhm. I still want to
And
read
if that
the
is
other
all,
stuff.
please be on your
Yeah.
way.
Do schedule the meeting. We do have concerns not related to attitude problems with sailors, which is kind of silly because sailors. But yeah, this is concerning a potential captive or person of interest of the Illithids, I guess.
Okay. I will inform his staff if you want to wait, and they will let me know when he would be available.
Cool.
All right, we can just wait here. Like, you have a beautiful waiting room.
Yes, you can wait
The
here.
gallery. Excellent. The
There's-
gallery of like many, many terrifying objects.
Yes, there's no seats, but if you remember from last time, there is all these different statues and paintings of creatures that look like they have been ripped apart and re-put together piece by piece. And yes, all of those, you can look at those. And yeah. You have to wait. All right. 15 minutes goes by, nothing. 30, 45. Finally, after an hour, actually, the ambassador is willing to speak with you now. On the understanding that this is the meeting is the one favor.
Okay, so we have to present everything in this meeting.
I guess. This is like the third case of us just poorly spending obtained resources, I guess might be what I'd consider this.
Yep.
Not exactly the most optimal use of the things that we have been given. The previous two being Zard meat and ale. So
If she is alive, it's not going to feel great just leaving her there. So,
yeah, we did.
Yeah.
He was sad.
yep.
And turned to cursed dolls to fix his sadness. So
Yep. Yeah.
All right. And you'll see doors open and up will come another of the Umber Hulks and start pointing for you to follow him. And the Umber Hulk starts wandering off down the hall, taking you back to the main gallery area. And look, you're already there. Okay. And of course, you see little Puddles, and Puddles will take off running to greet all the party members. We'll put you here. Unfortunately.
not Tinker Dust though.
Yeah, I know. Felt sad. All right. Yep. Puddles runs up and jumps up at Chirp.
Puddles. Tinker Dust
Oh.
says hi, and she like picks him up
Hi.
with the four legs and snuggles him.
Yep. The brain gives you a hug. Have you been having fun on the rock? What have you seen? What have you done?
Lots of fun. Dolls with teeth. Do not recommend.
No. It always creeped me out when I was a little kid.
You were
Didn't
a little
like the
kid,
dolls.
Puddles.
Well, yeah, all us brain puppies come from somewhere.
He's just a wee brain stem.
Soliana's gonna lean close to Chirp. I don't know why I always forget Chirp's name whenever I'm trying to say it. And just say, like, could you just ask Puddles if he's heard of Petunia?
Puddles, do you know of a petunia? Not the flower, a person?
Oh, I was going to say yes to the flower. No. Is that what you're here to talk to the ambassador about?
It's on the list.
Oh, well, come on, let's go see him. And you see the ambassador over at his desk as there's other illithids and their brain puppies moving about the room and gathered in the corners. And Puddles will just go off running in front of you, jumping up on the desk.
I like also that all of these illithid are familiar with the petunia flower. Like they've bothered to learn all the different kinds of flowers.
They get around.
They definitely know like the flower language and send each other very complicated floral arrangements.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, roll a nature check, Scrimshaw. Does anybody
Okay.
have nature?
Me.
Oh,
Yeah,
you do.
go
Wow.
ahead. If you have nature, you can roll. Nope.
I
Never
mean,
mind.
I'm not proficient in nature, but I have a good nature.
All
Oh,
right.
Chirp has a better one.
Actually, Chirp, you would probably know it from your tutor. May have mentioned at some time that some of the brains that the Lithid devour, they retain memories from them sometimes. And that's how they learn about different races to help benefit themselves against those races.
That's a thing I learned as a child. That's definitely not disturbing.
And Scrimshaw, you probably heard it from stories on ships. But yeah, you all approach the ambassador. I did not expect you to return so quickly. But it will be good to have one less favor over my head. What may I do for you today?
Oh, my persuasion's really bad. Don't make me say it.
Chirp's just sitting on the floor trying to get Puddles to come down and play.
We are looking.
You just
for
wanted
people.
to play with Puddles? Was that the
No.
reason for the foot?
Puddles is delightful.
Flo, what were you going to say?
We are looking for people and need some help.
Is there more than that?
Well, specific people.
A person?
Yeah, the toy maker Nimble Knob says you have his wife, Petunia.
I do not know of this individual, and I do not partake in the taking of anybody on the Rock of Brawl. Why would you think I was responsible for this? And levy
it was
this
like the
accusation
collective-
at me?
I think
Right.
it was the collective you,
So it,
Illithids. Some
An
Illithids had
Illithid.
taken her. We thought perhaps that you might be familiar with what might be happening in your organization, or if it's if you might know of what's going on with Illithids outside your organization.
did he
You are the ambassador.
specifically see the Illithid taking her?
I think so.
Yes, at the Drunken Mermaid.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. The Drunken Mermaid a while ago had been used by a certain faction of the Illithid that had been acting outside of the embassy
Mhm.
and taking individuals, and had been caught doing so, but that was several years ago. How long ago did this happen with this lady?
It's got to be fairly recent because the
Yeah.
doll thing couldn't have been going on for like 3 years.
Like 2 weeks ago, I think is what the guy said.
Okay. Just a couple of weeks ago.
This is most interesting. If they had started up, did he give any information as far as numbers or allies?
I don't recall that.
Hmm.
I think he said he saw 2, and they kind of took her out of sight after that. Or he managed to escape after that.
Yeah. It's been 2 weeks since we played, but this only happened yesterday for your characters, so I'll help you out. That he said he actually saw about a dozen of them coming out of a back
dozen?
room.
Okay.
So this is rather disturbing. I actually appreciate if these accusations are found true. We can once again look into and deal with this problem as quickly as possible. As for any hostages, we can do our best attempt. Although with recent other events going on here, it's going to be a bit before we can do anything. Would you be interested in going into the Drunken Mermaid to ascertain some more information and possibly confront the Illithid renegades?
Absolutely. As long as we get another favor.
Mhm.
We shall see how this turns out, and if it turns out in a positive way.
Positive being the 4 of us are still alive and perhaps some illicit are not alive.
If you could deal with the problem in such a manner, it would be appreciated.
Do you want any captives?
Anyone to question?
No, and I would prefer nobody knowing that you are doing this on my behalf. There is different beliefs and also some discontent with the Illithid on the Rock of Brawl. Not all of them agree with the embassy here, and working and talking with other species with the level of respect that the embassy and myself do here to help keep the peace.
Is that why our neighbors have been such jerks to us?
Thought you said that
If
they're
you are
friendly and
talk-
like you.
I mean, yes, they are, but today specifically,
They were curt.
they were meanies.
Yeah.
We either stressed
Yeah.
out because of the party.
Standoffish.
They were all, you don't need to come over here anymore, and go away, and stop talking in my head, and go away, and give us my privacy.
Most of my kind do not believe that we should be interacting in any way with the various races that most view simply as a food source. And they believe we should stick to the traditional ways, but here at the Rock Brawl, I have found it is beneficial for the Illithid to behave in this manner regardless of beliefs.
Flo, you should talk to them next time. I don't think you're a food source. Right?
Yeah, I can do
I
that.
don't know actually, but I
don't know.
suspect that you're not.
When Scrimshaw says
Definitely
that,
not a
I'm
food
going to look at the ambassador to see if he has any reaction.
Yeah, actually, you would fall down into an even lower category. If you're not food, then why are you here?
Hmm.
Why are any of us here?
The ponder of such great thoughts. Maybe there is a little bit of grain matter in that head of yours.
I feel like there's any number of deities in the outer planes that could probably answer that for you.
All right. Is there anything else?
Also, I'm looking for a woman named Celine. She needs to be beat up.
I do know of that name, Celine. And I know I've heard of the battle and also her partner in crime that evidently attacked your ship. I did get a report on that, and I'm glad to see you all withstood it quite well.
Is there anything known about where like they may be hiding out on the Rock of Brawl?
I know the two are very well guarded against being detected or located. But I also know that they interact with some of the Illithid as they take part in the slave trade and other things that help keep some of my brethren fed. So maybe there might be some additional clues you can find when you find the rogues within the Drunken Mermaid.
Is there anything else that we wanted to ask?
Is there anything we're forgetting to ask that we should
Could
be
ask-
asking you?
Brain
We could,
smoothies.
well, I mean, we could
What if
ask
it's brain
why
smoothie?
everything's all sort of hopping and bopping on that ship.
Why
Do
are
you
they
ask
having a
them?
party? Yeah.
All right. So what do you ask them about? There's like 5 different things I heard there. Go ahead, Chirp.
I'll just ask what Scrimshaw suggested. Be like, well, Scrimshaw thinks that we should. You can word it better, Scrimshaw.
Just curious. You don't have to tell us if it's like, I don't know, a secret business or anything, but you guys throwing a party on that ship down by the docks?
Oh, no, just getting ready to set sail. After the Harvest Moon Festival, I will be departing for a short time. I should warn you that as some have theorized that you are allies of mine, and some of the people who are opposed to what I'm doing here might decide that you would be targets to help weaken my power here. So
Are you saying we should also beat feet after the festival?
I'm saying you should be on guard.
Hmm.
Good to know.
Where are
We
you
probably
going?
should anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got places to go. It's fine.
Where are
There
you
are
going?
others of my kind within the sphere that I need to talk to about certain events going on that I hope to be discussing with few of the leaders of Brawl over the next couple days.
What events are those?
Those I'm going to have to keep to myself for now.
Really? Like, could you just tell us like little, like one of the things? She says, please.
I definitely would not want to tell you before you're going into the Drunken Mermaid, as anything I tell you could be easily extracted if you were to fail.
That's
So
fair.
that means you're going to tell us after the Drunken Mermaid everything you're going to go do?
Never everything, but
Never everything.
maybe some other details will emerge. It depends on what information you uncover.
Hmm.
Oh, I've got a question. Are you going to any of the Lord's Harvest Moon parties, and what are you dressing up as? And is it Lord Thalavar's party?
Lord Talamar's is one of the ones I will go to earlier in the evening.
Ooh.
And then at the height of the celebration, I will be up at Prince Andrew's. This is pretty public knowledge, so I'm not giving away any secrets.
Can you get us into Prince Andrew's if Lord Telemar's is a bust?
Sounds like that's the better party.
I have already sent in my list of guests that I'm taking with. So
Less 5.
with this short 2-day notice, highly doubtful.
But you're the ambassador.
Maybe we'll see you at the party.
Maybe. I definitely hope so.
Nice. Run out of questions, I think.
Well, Chirp, didn't you say we need brain smoothies? We need no.
We do. Where can you get gray matter espressos on the Rock of Brawl to make my neighbors like us again? But they're probably never going to like us.
There's actually several laws that have been imposed about getting the harvesting of brains on the Rock of Brawl.
Then what do you eat? I'm very concerned now. What are you
we
eating?
bring our food.
Oh,
Do they just sell them at like a butcher shop? Like, I feel like you could get like, I don't know, brains from whatever meats we're getting on the Rock of Brawl.
Fresh is best. So.
All right. In that case, smoothies probably wouldn't work anyway.
mm-mm. All right. Well, I guess we gotta go prepare for fighting some angry Illithid in a tavern.
Woo! Let's go.
We maybe want to ask about whatever is affecting Scrimshaw in case they know anything first.
Oh, right. Do you know anything that makes people bleed out of their ears?
Probably.
Oh, yeah.
you would have
Psychic
to be-
damage while you're asleep.
Oh, specifically in sleep. And let's go ahead, Chirp, do a persuasion check. And you're a diplomat, right?
Trying to be.
All right, so advantage.
Oh, God.
Ooh.
21.
21. All right. Since you're a diplomat, darn it.
You
Most
proposed it.
yeah. But there are several most psychic attacks can cause that to occur. Did it actually occur in a dream? Like you were sent a message in your mind and was shown things to terrorize you?
Yes. I mean, if the message was give us back our... Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
Roll a deception check.
My charisma. 12.
Hey.
Not bad. Okay. There is a spell. You probably, if it was done by a spell, it's usually done to send a message. You might even have saw the person who sent it. It's usually called a dream, a simple dream spell. And I would say casters of mid-level talent are able to do so. It's quite an effective way to slowly kill and terrorize an individual over a period of time.
Oh, good.
Is there any way around it? Like do they have to cast it while the person is sleeping? So if we have Scrimshaw sleep at another time, will that get around it?
Yes, but there's also many ways to detect, or I guess to divine whether somebody is asleep or awake. Keep an eye on them. And let's see how much, with his eye intelligence, there are also spells to help stop this. The simplest being something called a tiny hut that prevents spells and creatures from passing for a long period of time. And then, of course, there's certain magical items that protect the mind.
You have one we can borrow?
Not one to borrow. I know there is a magic shop here on the rock that sells a little bit nicer magical items.
Will you give us a reference?
Yes. And now I gotta
Can we get his prescription? Is it covered under our insurance? What's the copay?
We can pick up a scroll of Tiny Hut. That might work too.
Come on. There. Gamelon's Curios. Right next to the greater market. There is a rather interesting individual there who is quite well known for his magical items that he sells and purchases from adventurers.
Awesome.
That would be the best bet. In truth, most of my kind prefer to destroy any magical items that prevent psychic abilities being used on non-illithids.
You don't have any like in the queue ready to be destroyed that you might just lend Scrimshaw for a few days?
No.
That's fair.
And also a magic item like that might help you if you do go into the Drunken Mermaid to deal with those individuals.
Yeah, it's almost like would help us help you, which is why you should loan one to us.
If I had one.
But you said you didn't have one for us to borrow, which implies that you might have one that you just don't want to give us. Because you're a meanie and you want us to learn some sort of lesson about ourselves.
I don't know about that.
I only wish for you to be successful in endeavors that benefit both of us.
Fair.
Come on, let's start a bar fight.
Okay. Well, let's go to the curio shop, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, thanks.
Is there anything else?
Do you want to come on our boat instead of the other boat?
What?
Yeah. So like when you're leaving Brawl, so that your enemies don't know that you're leaving, or they know that you're leaving, they're going to think that you're on the other ship. But you could really be on our ship and then avoid like any, because I mean, obviously they're going to attack a billet ship, but they're not going to be looking for you on the Sweet Angeli, because they're going to all be like, those guys are so annoying. He would never go with them.
That's actually true in some ways. Unfortunately, it's also true that where I'm going, you would most likely not return from.
Is it the garden?
I will not be discussing that.
Is it the Feywild?
I think there's a lot of places that we could go that we won't return from. Most of them, probably.
Hmm.
Okay.
Please see your way out, and I look forward to hearing of what you discover.
Great.
Thank you.
All right. And 2 Umber Hulks will come up and start walking behind you, herding you out towards the front.
Going, stop pushing us. So rude. Gosh.
All right. Where are you off to?
Amelon's Curios?
All right. And you know where the Great Market is.
But guys, we do need to face the concept that I don't know if 3.5 of us can take on 12 Illithid, right?
Yeah,
why
we
not?
might not want to go in there immediately. We might want to deal with your problem first and let you get some sleep. And maybe wait until Tinkerdust is done decorating the ship.
All right. And so you see it next to the, just north of the Great Market. I keep trying to say that word. How do you say that word? Gamelons? Gamelons?
Oh,
Gamelons?
I like it.
Gamelon's Curios, located just north of the Great Market. Come down today for low prices and magical items.
Oh, did I load up? I didn't load up random store. All right.
Please say
Random
they have an inflatable like balloon man outside.
Okay, let's see. What do I got?
I'm sure there's
Think
like a really good creature you could do. Like if they had like displacer beasts where the tentacles were like the flappy bits.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
May just use I just want to have a room that I could put an NPC in. So just pretend this wasn't the torture room. This is a horrible room to be doing this in. Oh, I had all this extra time. I thought I'd load up something.
You forgot it was us, and we were all like, "Let's go shopping."
No, this is one of the ones I was hoping you would end up on.
You know what would be fun, girls? Let's go to the mall.
We'll just keep it here. All right. But yes, you head up and you just see on the outside windows, Gamelons, Curios, just like little jade panther. You see like a pyramid thing of only about a foot tall with the all-seeing eye on it. And just all kinds of different things you see in a curio shop. And as you come in, you see this 12-foot tall, very skinny face, light blue creature. And do I got this set up so you can see it? Of course
It's a
not.
Navi.
Can you see it now? Is it up?
Mhm.
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
in the image. It hasn't
And
learned me.
it
There
is.
Yep.
Little cat ears.
I would think that Scrimshaw and Captain Soliana would know this as a mercane. And as soon as you walk in, he just like, ooh, yes, some customers, please come in. What can I do for you? Yes.
Not gonna sleep tonight either.
it is. We're looking for some items that might shield someone from this. If you've heard of the spell called Dream or similar effects.
Oh, a dream spell. Oh, those could be terrifying. Yes. Oh, let's see. Magical items to protect the mind. I do believe something. Let us say ring of mind shielding might be able to do the trick. but we have so many other lovely magical items here. Would you like to look at them, or
Sure.
please tell me what you wish?
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir. Are you wearing the head of a tinker dust on your head? What is a tinker dust called? A tinker dust is a auto gnome. Are you wearing an auto gnome on your head?
Oh no, this is just actually a little magical item that keeps things out of my head, but of a much powerful level.
Okay, because we would have a problem if you were wearing a friend of tinker dust on your head.
What
Well, kind
is a
of the-
tinker dust? I'm so interested. She sounds delightful.
She's our friend. She's getting our ship ready for a party, and we're also here to buy her a present. I just decided that's also what we're doing.
Well,
Present? Yes. Oh, we're talking about magical items. I have a over here in the case. I can show you what I currently have available.
Yeah, if you have anything to protect the mind, not just from dreams, but psychic damage or helmets that are like tentacle proof, maybe.
Those
Like
would
I
be
said, a
good.
ring of mind shielding. I think I could find one around here somewhere. It's not on our sales table, but we do have one available.
Okay.
And then he'll show you over to his carry-o case. Special one, he'll open it up, showing you can see these items. Let's see, show players.
Oh. Yeah.
Can we buy tinker dust a hat?
Oh, if we could get hats that have spikes on them.
Oh,
Tipped with poison.
well, with this wonderful hat, you can make any hat you want. This is a hat of disguise. Oh, it is truly one of my favorite items. And here, we don't do much bartering in here. It's such an uncivilized thing to do. Here is the price list. Just let me know what you would be interested in, and if you have any questions. And players, don't be looking them up to see what they are.
I mean, I want that first one.
Really? The artificer wants the first one.
I want the first one. I have my own monies.
Grimshaw, how much money do we?
Okay, so the ship amount, I think we currently have, I think something still like 4 platinums worth. Let me just double check.
Mom, how
4
much money do I
platinum,
have?
634 gold, plus silver bits and stuff.
So we've got
basically,
600 GP basically.
no, we have
In
4,600 because 4 platinum is like a.
You also got 3 magical items last time, and I think nobody wanted any of the 3 of them.
Oh
so-
yeah, we have magic
Yeah.
items we could sell.
Yep. What was it? The Helm of Intellect, Bracers of Archery, and then glasses that give you advantage on investigation checks. I don't have a name for
Yeah.
that one.
Eyes of minute seeing, I think. Yeah.
You didn't want the eyes of minute seeing?
Mm, I mean, that one could still be worthwhile, I think.
Now that one was the one also gem in case that was worth, you thought, probably quite a bit more
Yeah.
than just
I'm-
as a magical item.
It gives you advantage on investigation checks, but I'm also have expertise on investigation, so I feel fairly confident
That's fair.
in my investigation.
They don't take up attunement slots, and we're not playing AL, so you can have so many magic items.
It's true.
You can have more than 3 magic items.
Flow,
What?
like bracers of defense could be good for you too.
Yeah, I was looking at that, but that is kind of expensive.
I do have a question.
Yes.
Are you Gamelon or are you just running their shop?
Oh no, this is my store. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Most
What
of
is
the other
this?
arcane think I'm a little bit eccentric, and I seem to socialize with people better here. So I started my own shop, and I just love it here.
What does this wild space orrery do?
oh, that helps with navigation. And he opens it up and you see it forms into the realm space. So it shows the sun and the different planets going around. And you even see, you figure out which one's Toril, and then you see Saloon, the moon. And then you see a little dot glowing where Rocket Brawl is at. And you see that's where it's at right now. In any sphere you go into, it will magically create that sphere and put all the planets. So it's quite a tool for navigation. Yes, never get lost again in the great voids of space. Won't help you much where you're from the astral plane, but definitely in the different spheres.
Wait, so it won't help navigating around outside of Bro?
In the astral plane. But in the different spheres, the different, whether it's realm space or gray space, doom space, there's so many of these different wonderful places to go. And you never have to worry about having a chart again.
I've only heard of earworms as catchy songs. What is an earworm? Although I doubt that I want one. But you never know.
Oh, and actually that is in a box. It looks like it got a little bit of gray pink matter in it with some juice. And it's such a delightful little creature here. I'll let it explain itself to you. And it opens it up. Oh, hello, Governor. How you doing? Ha! It's good to get a little fresh air in here. My name is Sarah. Sarah Bellum, and yes, are any of you looking for someone to help me build a new home with? I like my little box. Don't get it wrong. It's nice, but it's always good to be with somebody who can get you out and see the wonderful world.
And what do you bring to the cranium?
Oh, all you have to do is just let me crawl in one of those beautiful ears. I must say, your ears are most delightful, very elegant. But yes, just let me crawl in, and it won't hurt at all, no damage or anything. But if you let me in, I come from an area that mostly speaks darn it, what's like deep speech? And I can give you, the ability to understand that language. I can interpret it for you and even give you, occasionally on rare times, certain powers that go along with creatures from the underrealms. Sometimes you can detect the thoughts of others, and sometimes you can make others run away in fear if they are a threat to us. And there's several of us. This is my sister Brainette. Hello. And this is mine Tilda. Oh, and this is my brother Bob. Right. But you don't have to take us all. All of us are just looking for a nice home. We were left homeless after losing our previous companions. Through no fault of our own, please. We did our best to protect them. Yes, would you be interested?
I think we'll have to talk
They
this
can
over.
join
It
our
was very nice
crew.
meeting you, and I
So
closed the box.
I like the different reactions. Some people react.
Pinker Dust will love them.
Tinkertoes doesn't have anything to lose. I don't think they could eat microchips. Yeah.
Is this Tinker
Close the
Dust?
box.
Some
Close
kind of
the box.
mechanical thing?
Close the box.
She's an autonome and our bestest friend.
Ooh, I think it might be possible with the autonome. They mainly survive off of small electrical current in the brain. It might not be as comfortable as cozying up against the gray matter, but I think it'd be possible.
I don't really want anything cozying up against my gray matter.
No.
But
Not
there's so many other items, you know.
don't want to pay for the experience anyway.
Chirp, chirp. We can come back for them later.
I already know
Yes.
deep speech. I don't need to learn it.
But
Oh.
they're
And I have lots of
cute and
friends.
They need a home.
They are really cute and they do need a home.
So,
They just
well,
need
so
a
n-
mirror.
we're not particularly attached to any of the 3 items we got, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So we
Can
could
you try
ask.
selling those.
Yeah.
Did Tinker Dust want the glasses? I can't remember.
Oh, right. I don't.
I can't remember if she wanted the glasses.
You can leave those aside for now.
Is there like a money back 24-hour guarantee? Like if we don't like can we bring it back for a full refund?
I will
If
have
they
to
are-
inspect the item to determine if any damage has been done to it.
The bracers,
Okay,
at
like-
least, I feel like none of us need, right?
And there's 2 bracers, the bracers of defense and then the ones with the daggers.
Right, right. We have bracers of archery.
Oh,
Right,
bracers of archery, yes. Functioning as a ring, yes.
Oh, right, right. That's right.
So yeah, we don't need those.
How much would you buy this ring of archery?
Here, let me check it out. Very exquisite detail. We're doing it as a ring with the hawk. But I will, and let's see, let's roll some dice.
Oh no, that's never lucky for us.
Actually, it kind of was. So we'll 435
Okay.
GP. Yes, quite exquisite. Do you have any other items?
This hat. It's very, very unique hat.
Yes, I'm not sure if anybody would really want to wear that or not. But this is actually something that would be quite useful for protecting the mind. So I'm not sure. You were mentioning something about that before. Are you sure you want to part with it?
It's true. If
Yeah.
somebody attuned to that, they'd have better intelligence saves.
But I'm definitely willing to purchase it. There's quite a few people who would be interested in this kind of protection. I would appraise it at 500 gold pieces.
You can always hold on to it for now.
Do you sell any scrolls of a tiny hut?
Oh no, the magic user guilds here get a little upset about that. They're very touchy, you know. You could check with the seekers. They would definitely have something that is not that high of a level spell.
Mm,
But please do tell, what do you think is interesting? In truth, I would go ahead and trade you the ring of mind shielding that you first inquired about for either of the 2 items that you showed me.
How much is the ring of mind shielding if we bought it outright?
Roughly in the 400 to 500 GP area is normal. So probably about 450.
Yeah, but
Oh, please, please. There's so many wonderful items here. How can you refuse? I mean, yes, you love your money, but you love your lives so much better.
Just out of curiosity, this moonsicle, does it do anything else other than just being a very high quality?
Oh, no, that is tuned to the ancient elven dwarven goddesses and can greatly enhance the power if you happen to be one of the druids of the elven goddesses of nature. Would you happen to be such?
I would actually.
Oh, then you would definitely benefit from such an item. Enhancing your spells and giving you a little boost to those druidic powers of yours.
Good to know.
And of course, if all else fails, then you can use it as a weapon.
Hmm.
How
Anything
about-
else?
Well, I am curious about the bubble pipe and the astral shard. What else they do?
Ooh, the bubble pipe is just a wonderful little device. And yes, you can use it to bring forth clouds of fog to help obscure the area if you need to make a quick escape, or even do a quick little jump through space if you need to, about 30 feet out. And also, if you really want to, you could bring forth a little companion to help you in life or in combat. That is quite resourceful.
What kind of companion does it summon?
Oh, it's a little steam method. Not
Okay.
the most powerful of creatures, but any little help in a battle is greatly appreciated.
And this astral shard?
Ah, the astral shard. Ah, such a wonderful item. This is to help certain magic or spell casters who just seem to naturally gain their powers. And this helps them to focus it. So that whenever they use their powers to change or alter their spell casting, they can do a little jump to another location.
Ah,
And so help them get them out of danger. And most of those types don't like being too close to the actual battle. And this one just poofs them away.
we'll have to keep this in mind.
Ah, yes, it's one of my prized possessions, most definitely. But there's so few magic or spellcasters with that talent. But please tell me what looks interesting. What do you think? How about you over there with that giant weapon? You have been very quiet. Is there not anything that looks appetizing to you?
I want it all. I have been eyeing the braces of defense, though. They're quite exquisite.
Yes, they are. And always good on a great warrior like yourself.
Ah, nice.
It's always great to do massive damage, but it's always better not to take it. So do
True.
think about that.
I don't think we have them.
No, we can always come back for that. That would be a lot.
Yes, if you're still alive, you can definitely come back for it.
Definitely need to focus on getting something for Scrimshaw first. Make sure don't have to deal with the psychic damage.
Yeah, I mean, we could see how much a scroll would be. Although I guess the mind shielding would last longer. But then doesn't that just mean she'll target somebody else? I guess just Flo as the only other one who sleeps.
Oh no, I'm hidden away in my drum. She'll never be able to find me.
Hmm.
I'll be fine.
I mean, I don't know the nature of dream. I don't know if do you dream, Flo?
You do.
I assume I do. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Oh, could we ask Gamelon if he knows anything about the dream spell?
Well, let's give a roll. That's the way we're supposed to do it in D&D. I only know it can be a very daunting spell once someone starts casting on it, but as I found myself my own protection from mental attacks, I really haven't had to worry about it too much.
Do you think it could work on an ooze? Or is it just sort of like humanoids only?
That you would have to ask the seekers. I do know you were talking before the cost of a spell. Usually it's only a few hundred gold pieces for such a spell. So that will not dip into your pockets too much unless you plan on buying quite a few of them. And if you were looking for a second ring of magical mind shielding, I could inquire one and try to get one for you as quickly as possible. There would be an extra cost, of course.
Right. That'll just protect us from the dreams. I'm not going to protect us from brain eaters. Right. If we were perhaps taking on...
Oh,
people.
the ring?
Yeah. It
If
couldn't
you're
do
talking
anything
about
against
mind eaters as the lithid
Maybe.
beings.
Maybe.
If there are certain things that they are capable of doing that the ring would definitely protect against, but not all of theirs.
You said the funny looking hat could also help us, right?
Ah, yes. Just increases your intelligence, and usually that is what those creatures attack. How about you, my insectoid friend? What are you looking at? What do you feel inspired by?
Oh, she's poking everything. She's like lifting little boxes and looking at things. She's like,
Don't tap the glass of the earworms. That does get a little
sorry.
irritating.
I'm sorry. I don't use a lot of these things. I'm not following any elven goddesses, so the moon cycle is out. I don't need an all-purpose tool, although Scrimshaw wants it, and her birthday's probably coming up at some point. So,
for Artificer, there is nothing better than the all-purpose tool. It'll definitely help them out. All the little tinkering things they do.
and we've established we don't really want the wild space or any. I mean, there's a bubble pipe, and Scrimshaw smokes a pipe.
I can make my own pipe, though.
So
Not that one.
I should
but
smoke a pipe because that's what the cool kids are doing.
I could make you a pipe.
You can make me a
If
pipe?
you were interested. Yeah.
It would look so stoic with a pipe. There's nothing really, I mean, there's an astral shard, and that sounds really cool. What does that do?
That's probably good for Tinker Dust.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
boy.
for creatures who are able to manipulate their magic. And every time they use that manipulation of their magical spells, it allows them to teleport a short distance to help further them from the combat or to help expedite them to where they need to be.
I don't think we have the gold for that, though.
Oh, it's really expensive. It's like
Even if
but
it's
it
so
is
cool.
definitely worth it. That is truly a prized object.
And why are the bracers of flying daggers so expensive?
The daggers, when you put on the bracers, the daggers cannot be seen. And then once you call them forth, you can throw them and they instantly return. It is quite the most useful item for someone who wants to sneak their weapons into somewhere they're not supposed to have them. And to have a weapon you can throw that always comes back is quite handy. Gets rid of all that walking back and forth to grab them.
I do hate walking, but I also
Yes.
don't have 2,500 gold pieces.
Yeah, and sometimes weapons will just randomly come back to you. I've had that happen before with my glaive.
Ooh, that is quite the item.
Is the pixie dust ethically sourced from pixies?
Only the finest from the Feywild. And yes, you can only use it once. It's a consumable, but it gives you the power of flight. So it is good for, to always have on you for those certain occasions where flying away from something can quickly save your life.
And confirm.
So
I don't know.
please do tell.
don't know. I mean, there's so many. I mean, I'm leaning towards getting the hat of disguise for Tinker Dust. I think she'd look really fetching in that hat.
Oh, I know she would.
But it's not going to immediately help us with the mermaids thing.
No, it's not really going to help us with the mermaid things. I mean, the flying daggers might, maybe, but that's fairly expensive and that's not as helpful. Yeah, we need something that goes against lithids. I should tap on
We
the
could
earworm.
yeah, we have the ring of archery that we could swap for a ring of mind shielding, but I don't know how much that'll help against the illithids.
I think it would help. It
With
can't
an
hurt us.
illicit, you want all the help you can get. They on species, they usually come out winning. They are quite devastating in their attacks, and when you lose, your brain is devoured, which is very hard to come back from.
That's true.
Well, this ridiculous looking hat that we already have does have like a giant spike on it, which might deter an illithid. So I'm willing to rock this as best I can.
Are you just going to wear it underneath your captain's hat so nobody can see it?
Yeah, it'll be a fun surprise.
I like it.
I mean, we can all just definitely put a headband of nails on our heads.
We could.
Ooh, that sounds like a wonderful magical item. I may have to look into such a creation. I
If
could
we were to
create
sell
it
the
like
glasses,
a bear trap where the spikes are over here. When they come in to bite into the skull, it closes and clamps on their head. Ooh,
I like
I
it.
need to write this
Yeah.
down. One moment, please keep looking.
Could you make that skirmisher? That sounds like something you could make.
Maybe. Seems elaborate.
Need to patent it quickly.
If we were to sell the glasses, how much will we get? The
Oh,
jewel
yeah.
encrusted ones.
Ooh, actually, as a magical item, it's quite a common one and not worth much value. But with these elaborate emeralds and diamonds, and then he rolls out a piece of cloth, and you see magical symbols all around it. If you have Arcana, you would see them as divination symbols. And he places it down on it, or asks you to place the item down on it. And he kind of checks it out. Yes, 2,000 gold pieces. I would be willing to purchase for such an item. I mean, it's good to have something magical, but it's always better to look good while using it. So yes.
Very true.
That would cover a lot of the stuff.
Yeah.
Could buy bracers of flying daggers, and then we could just send little Tinker Dust into combat with like a whole bunch of swords.
So we could do.
You're putting too much thought in it. Such purchases should be things of the heart. Think about what will bring you joy.
For the 2,000, we could get the all-purpose tool, the moonsickle, and the bracers of defense if we wanted. It doesn't cover the ring of mind shielding, but we could also trade the ring of archery for that.
That you could.
That sounds like a plan.
I'm cool with that.
Ooh, what a wonderful day. I may have to close up early to celebrate. Yes.
We could spend some of our ship gold on the hat of disguise as well if we wanted to get that for Tinker Dust. But she does have disguise self, and I don't think she can swap that out anymore for a while. So,
But could she use the hat of disguise to cast it without? Wouldn't it cast it without the spell slot?
yeah.
Mhm.
And she could just always have her little mustache.
Oh gosh.
Ugh.
So do we want to do
Another
that?
with a mustache. I like it.
It would put us down to like about 350-ish.
We don't need money. Let's just get that.
Kind
We
of.
will
need money.
definitely need money.
We will need money.
What?
But
These are tomorrow problems. Today, let's get a hat for Tinkerdust.
okay.
Yes, live your best life. You don't want to be there on the battlefield and suddenly discover you don't have the item that would allow you to keep carrying on in this amazing universe of ours.
Okay. So then we're getting rid of our ring and our glasses, keeping the hat, getting the all-purpose tool, the moon sickle, the bracers of defense, and the ring of mind shielding, and the hat of disguise, and also losing 350 gold because we're paying that one straight.
Ooh, most excellent. It feels so good to help adventurers on their great and exciting lives. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
We're tapped. We're tapped. Not unless we want to sell that hat, but not yet.
Oh, most excellent. And as you continue on, please remember my shop. We have such glorious things here. And also, purchase jewelry and gems and items and whatever you can imagine. The magical organizations do have certain control over the sale of magical components, but certain components can be both jewelry and components, and therefore I could help you out.
Have you considered sponsoring an up-and-coming wrestling star?
Ooh, do tell.
And she proceeds to tell the wonders that is Flo. Flo is a fantastic wrestler, and she's beaten many, many foes, and she is known as Flo the Cleaner. We have evidence to this. She has many references, and she is fantastic. Like, just look at her. Like, she's taken many hits, and you'd never tell. She just keeps going and going and going. No bones Flo. She just keeps hitting them with the punches.
Go ahead, Jamie, and roll. What would you roll?
Rules for
I guess
sponsorship.
performance using strength.
Got
Since
it.
you're a gladiator. Seeing if he heard of your reputation.
Only a
Ooh.
10.
Yeah.
Mm.
Ooh. Tell
Need some
me,
time.
what great battles have you done? Have you taken down giants? Or maybe a dragon?
We fought in the back of a Titan once and saved him from something that was drilling into him.
Ooh.
Ripped off the arms of mechanical beasts.
Taking down
glorious.
hags. She's taken
That's
down
right.
hags.
Killed hags and her 2 red caps.
She solved the great GIF debacle single-handedly.
Oh, does she plan on fighting in the great arena?
Oh,
You're on Brawl?
She is. That's too small time for dear Flo, unless they ask nicely
Really?
and cover her extensive fees.
I've seen the greatest of warriors in there. I would be quite amazed if she's outgrown that.
Oh, she's the best, aren't you, Flo? You're just so good.
Of course. I'm the best fighter in the universe.
Go ahead and do a persuasion check. Probably with disadvantage.
I also double checked. We do have a lot of money in assets, jewelry mostly, that we could liquidate in a pinch. So we're still good.
Who's doing the persuading? Me or Flo?
No, it's Chirp.
Oh gosh, that's me. Oh no. Persuasion.
You'd be better at it, right?
Seven.
Ah,
I think I will stick with my magical curios, and yes, but I would be more than happy to sell you items in the future that could benefit you in your great battles. Is there anything specific you have desire that I could look into? Oh, that is quite all right. Don't worry. Just give it a good thought.
Yeah, I like what I got. Although I do love my new bracers.
Oh, yes. Hopefully keep you alive a little bit longer. Is that all for today? Is there anything else you'll be wanting?
No,
I think that's it. I think we're good. We might come back. We'll probably
Ooh,
come
I
back,
definitely hope so.
especially for, the orrery. If we ever decide we're going to leave ever from the Rock of Brawl.
we live here now.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, excellent.
Yeah.
I love return customers, so please keep coming back. Spread the good word.
All right. I'm going to write that down. Okay. So.
All right.
Got a bunch of stuff. We got good stuff.
So you
Yeah,
have those items. You can distribute them however you want.
Yay.
yeah. I don't know if it's good enough to take on a dozen illithid.
More than enough. We got this.
Somebody should have tuned to that hat we have, though. Who's the least smart?
Oh, I mean, they said they attack because if you're intelligent, right? So if you don't have any intelligence,
Yeah, but you could also be hurt even if they don't eat your brains.
They can hurt you, Flo.
I imagine you're not the only one with an 8 in intelligence, right?
Actually, I think good. I think I have like a 10 intelligence. It's my wisdom that's really bad.
Okay.
I think we need to double check with Tinkerdust though, although
I'm
they might be in the
thinking
same
it's
situation.
I think it might be Tinkerdust, right? Probably.
And also, as you said, you got jewelry and stuff on. I think it's still on the ship.
Mhm.
If you want to come back here later with Tinkerdust.
Well, we need to introduce this person to Tinkerdust. They will be best friends.
And it's right next to the Great Market. You guys go by it all the time, or at least you have a few times so far.
Yeah, we
So-
might want to come back and at least pick up the Astral Shard for her. But for now, she'll probably be happy with the Hat of Disguise. I don't know if does anyone throw daggers?
Yeah, I got my glaive. I can just throw that every now and again. Still working on that.
Like, it seems fun, but not exactly our wheelhouse.
And I can throw daggers. I do a lot of cloud of daggers. The only
Cloud of
weapon I
daggers
have
is
right now is a
Yeah,
dagger.
you already make daggers fly. You're good.
I do.
You
Just
can
lean
make
into
it a
the
theme
theme.
of your
Yeah.
character.
Well, I lost my cutlass in a dark elf taking my stuff incident, and they haven't brought it back yet. My name's on it and everything.
We're going to get that back. It's
Ah.
it's disappeared into the entirety of realm space, but we will get that back.
Can we spend the rest of the episode putting up missing purse posters? Tell us your
Always.
backstory.
They flew off though. We already know that.
Maybe they
Mhm.
came back. Maybe it was like they leave for a day and they're like, phew, they're not bothering us anymore.
We definitely lost them.
He just flew to the underside of the rock, just hung out for a couple of days.
That would be really hilarious.
Enjoying
frankly.
blissful silence. These people they won't leave us alone. We didn't
I
do
mean, they-
anything to them.
Well, they took our ship too. That ship is rightfully ours. So that's also like a huge, if we didn't want to keep the ship, that's a huge windfall.
Yeah.
A lot of gold for a ship.
All right. So if you're done with the curio place, where do you want to go next?
Definitely want to have the bar fight. However, I understand Scrimshaw needs sleep.
We could scout it out first.
Mhm.
Whoever does scout it out should wear the ring of mind shielding, though.
And is that a attunement item or not?
Let's
Probably.
see.
I think so.
All right. So
That'll just take an hour.
yeah, and you don't have to be sleeping for that hour. It could be just walking through the town at a regular pace, and after an hour, you'd be attuned to it.
Yeah, and I could use identify. I could still ritually cast identify to know the details of the ring of mind shielding.
All right. If you want to go ahead, you can do that.
Yeah. Okay. So then, yeah, you can. They won't be able to read your thoughts, so they won't know you're there if you're a sneaky spider or something.
I could be a sneaky spider and take a look at the place. Okay.
All right.
Attune to
That's
the
what you
ring.
want to do. Head over there.
Yeah. Yeah. Can we attune to our stuff?
Can
Oops,
if
why did it do that?
if I have let's see, this is no. I have a new spell, friends. I got Intellect Fortress.
Ooh.
Ooh.
There's your ring of mind shielding.
Very helpful.
Very helpful.
I love that ring.
Yeah, I love the graphic for it. That's why I had to put it up.
It's
Yeah.
a brain.
But also, you can make it go invisible. Let's see, is that the one?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that nobody knows that you're wearing it.
Yep.
Yeah.
That would be a
then-
little obvious if you walked in with that in your.
And then
On
your
your
soul
finger.
goes into it if you die.
Yeah. Is there someone already in it? Is always the exciting question when you find one of these things.
You can find that out when you cast Identify, don't you?
I don't know. Don't know if that part.
Oh, you remain in the
like-
ring.
I don't.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no. Nothing is in there.
Oh.
I wish I'd remembered that beforehand. I would have made up something for you. Of course, then the question is, do you want to get rid of that soul so you can use it on yourself? Or,
Do you want to be in a ring? I mean,
And these are important discussions to have with your loved ones before you go adventuring.
yes.
if you sold your soul to a fiend, do you go into the ring and then you can decide to depart for the afterlife without having to go get
To a
claimed
furnace?
and pressed into a soul coin or whatever?
But then does the demon or person that you sold your soul to then also get the ring as part of the exchange?
Gotta read
Then
that
you
fine
can
print.
annoy the shit out of them for eternity until they
Yeah.
get you out of this deal.
All right. So you're over here. You want to go check out what do you want to do? I guess. I'll consider you attuned to the ring or
Okay. Ooh, in that case.
and the drunken mermaid, is right over here. Pretty short distance from it. And then you got the whole great market right below you. And did you still want to purchase any scrolls from the seekers?
Well, now that we've got the ring of mind shielding, I think I should be okay for the dream. So we don't need tiny hut anymore.
Okay.
Although in the future it might be nice. I guess we'll see if anyone else has bad dreams tonight.
Yeah.
What? No, what could possibly go wrong?
Like just Flo as the only other sleeping individual.
Are there any establishments near the? I don't remember what the place is called. Something Mermaid,
Yeah, the drunken mermaid.
Drunken Mermaid.
Drunken mermaid is right over here. I'll actually do that in a different color because it's right next to the tinker's house. That's the black.
Oh,
And actually right across here. And this is kind of an open courtyard area.
yeah. About
Um,
how far is that?
from where you're at right now,
No, from the Tinker's place.
right across the courtyard, so within sight.
50 feet, 100 feet.
Oh, yeah, I would say 100 feet, or
Okay.
wait, 100 yards.
So like 300 feet?
Oh no, that would be too big, wouldn't it? 100 feet sounds good.
Okay. Are there any establishments like coffee shops or something that are within 100 feet of the Drunken Mermaid?
There are some nice little stores, as far as dress stores, leather shop, and you see a few other very nice houses. Probably artisans who live in the area next to their stores.
Okay.
Definitely much better kept than in the lower district.
Okay.
So what you
Nowhere
looking
we
for?
could somewhere where we could loiter.
Oh, definitely window shopping, and I mean this courtyard area. That is what it's made for, is loitering. People just kind of wandering, sharing the news of the day.
Okay.
Or we could do
So-
a performance again.
Instead of going in myself, I could send a familiar in and scout through its eyes, so that way, like, we're not in any danger.
That's-
Can the familiar attune to the ring of mind shielding? Or will they mind that there's a spider that they can read its mind?
What's the familiar thinking? I don't think, like, how would that work? Would it have a direct connection to me, or like, are we both just spying on this familiar's mind?
Uh-huh.
Oh, you're asking some strange questions.
I guess the
Yeah,
question is
it's
like
D&D.
detecting it as life itself. If it's a spider, I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah, usually I don't let familiars have magical items that need to be attuned. Just to limit it so you don't have, my familiar has a wand of fireballs and now it's doing more damage than the entire rest of the party. So yeah, I would say if it's a tuned item, it couldn't use it.
Sure.
And while ring will kind of shrink to the correct size of the wearer, spiders don't have fingers, so I'm not sure. I'm going to say, nah, I can't wear it.
Okay. It might be a better bet. I don't know. It
But your familiar is a spider,
Right.
can
Uh,
be.
right? So it would just have a mind of every other spider that's crawling around.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
If I summon a spider, which is probably a good bet.
Another little jumping spider with the pretty coloring
Yeah.
and doing the dance.
Okay. If we want to find somewhere where we can loiter inconspicuously and you can drag me around blindly, then I can send a little spider in.
Yeah, it goes in once again. It's a very nice looking tavern. But also, you notice there's actually quite a bit of activity going on in the area you're in. There's people going in and out of stores. Seems to be very sparsely populated, the tavern, once you get inside of it, which seems a little odd for such a nice area or such a busy area. There is a dwarven barkeep who's busy just cleaning glasses, going through his routine, not really seem to have much energy or purpose to it, but going through the steps. And then you see 5 other patrons. There is a bard sitting by the hearth, playing a lute. But once again, it sounds very placid, very not much energy into the performance. And the 5 people you see in there that are patrons, 3 are sitting at one table. They're eating and drinking, but they're just kind of staring at each other. And the other couple, kind of the same thing. They're sitting across the room at a booth, eating and drinking, but not really engaged in any way.
Okay. Can I get into a basement or a back room?
You would probably recall from the discussion that they had been sitting in a booth and a back room door had opened. And looking in the bar, you see a entrance or exit behind the bar where the barkeep can go back and forth. And then you see a walled off room with a door. Once again, this is all extremely nice in here. Everything is done, polished up with nice trimming and everything else. But yeah, you can head on over to the door.
Okay, I'll do
And
that.
I'm not even going to roll checks. You're a spider. Not a big deal. And I'm sure he'll see another spider or a few bugs and beetles running around on the floor. And yes, and it can easily get underneath the door. Inside of there, you see a table, round table surrounded with 6 chairs. And go ahead and do a perception check.
Okay, where's the spider? That's a giant wolf spider. Sorry. There it
No.
is. I don't know what its perception would be. Maybe this is correct. In which case it has no, those are my stats.
Yeah, you're using a familiar.
Yeah. Just gonna pull up spider.
Yeah.
Come on. There we go.
And you can use your rerolls for your familiar too, if you want.
Okay. Okay, so it's just I
Once
rolled it
again.
secretly for some reason, but it's a 19.
You quickly notice the table is kind of weird. It looks like slotted pieces that can be pulled out, and there are holes in the table. You start looking at it curiously, and then you kind of piece it together where it's kind of like the stalks where you could put a person with their head stuck in. And in this case, their head would be stuck above the table with the body below it.
Yep.
And there's openings for 6 different like that around the table. And then that's about it. All you see in there, there is another hearth in there, a fireplace, but it is not currently lit.
So is it just the 2 rooms?
From
building,
what
or-
you can see, yes, currently.
Okay.
You don't know how much is back behind the bar.
I'm not sure I have a great image of this in my mind. The spider can chill here for like 2 hours just to see what's going on. So I'll likely have it do that so we can see what the patterns are. Although I think the thralls just sit there and thrall.
Yeah, where is it sitting? In the main room or in the back room?
It'll try to position itself so it can at least hear whatever's going on in the front room, but it's going to hang out in the back room.
Yeah, there's a tiny gap underneath the door, so it could just sit underneath the door. So
It'll sit near, like a close to the door, so it can scurry through, but it's going to try to stay out of a main path.
All right. So what do we got going on with the others?
Do we know if Soliana can hear us? She can't hear us, right? It's Soliana. Can you hear us?
No response.
Yeah.
Poking her nose. Like,
Now, if she feels like nothing's going on, she can stop focusing on that, give you an update, and then go back to it.
Yes.
And you can tap her on her shoulder and she'll feel the tap.
Okay.
All right.
So it's like tap, tap.
I'll pop back. What's up?
Did you find her?
Oh, no. The main room seems to be just full of thralls to put up like an appearance of this being an actual establishment. And then the back room, they've got a brain feasting table.
Oh.
Yep.
Could she be one of their thralls?
I
guess we don't know what she looks like, huh?
Yeah.
We don't know.
No.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's right there. We could ask.
Were there any dwarven women in the front room?
No.
No, there were no
There
dwarves.
was 2 humans together and then it was a herdozi, and 2 elves.
Okay. There weren't any dwarves.
Okay. Hmm. So this couple just went into like this seedy bar full of thralls.
I don't think they
So-
knew they were thralls.
Yeah, but then I know it's sort of unfortunate that sort of came into this establishment. I guess it's sort of like,
It's set up
I
there
don't
as
know.
like a trap. You might just think that it's like a quiet night if you're not expecting thralls.
yeah, I guess it's like going into a restaurant that's not really a restaurant. It's like a front for organized crime, but she's still like, I'm going to eat here.
To be
Got
fair,
good
it is a
reviews.
restaurant. This is a fully established restaurant.
It is a restaurant.
It's not the kind that you want to go to if you have a brain.
I pop back over to the spider. See my eyes just glaze over.
Hmm,
She's gone again.
yeah.
You should try to make some money, Flo.
Yeah.
And do you want to like
Yeah.
busk for some money?
Let's do it.
Let's
What?
try busking
Okay.
some money. We're out of money. I'm gonna earn my money.
We have money. They're just in jewelry. We've invested in
Yeah, but-
gold.
But it's always fun to play with Chirp. Get my drum
Yes.
out and ready to go.
You're
gets
gonna
looted.
get
Beat up my
another
microphone.
performance.
We're gonna go. We're gonna sing the praises of Flo and how great she is at fighting, and how Del Torn is not as good a bard as he says he is. Don't listen to him.
Oh my god.
It's just gonna make it's just all gonna be terrible.
All right, let's hear the song.
Del Torren isn't great. He's really not great. He thinks he's good, but he's really not great. All the turtles are really nice and they just say he's wonderful, but he's really mean and he's not great. Flo, however, is wonderful. You should see your show. Flo is the best. She's the best one that we know. Something, something, something. Don't go eat at the Drunken Mermaid. It probably isn't good for you. You're gonna get a headache.
Roll a performance check with advantage. You got Flo pounding out that beat.
Performance. 17.
17, pretty good. Yeah.
Do
So,
bards talk? Will Del Torn learn of this slander in
bards
his
talk.
name?
100%.
What do you think?
He already knows.
All right. So you're performing for a while. You get 6 silver and 3 gold. They like you.
I'm just
Actually, I should toss in there. Oh, another 6 copper.
Throw those back. No, I don't.
I mean, I'm keeping track of it too. We have a whole amount of copper. We have 62 coppers. So if you ever want one of those machines that squish one into a touristy
Oh
shape.
yes, yeah, we need to get those.
Oh. All right. So that's what Chirp and Flo are doing. Captain Soliana, you're busy, and Scrimshaw, what you got going on?
Ah, gosh. Well, I mean, it's not enough time to take a long rest. So I guess I'm going to learn that one little cantrip I get from the all-purpose tool.
Nice.
I'll make it chill touch. So I have an attacky spell.
The spell is neither chill nor touch.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There's the
All
creepy hand.
Which would be such a cooler spell. Call it something like that, Ghostly hand.
Hmm.
All right. Sorry. Tangent, but all right. After an hour, nothing more happens in the tavern. Or actually, hold it. Let me roll.
All the Illithids come out and they have a grand conversation.
You see 2 gnomes enter.
Oh.
Busily discussing some business opportunity and stuff. And suddenly you see everybody start talking. The couple of humans who have
Okay.
basically been saying nothing suddenly start engaging in happy conversation.
Yep.
And same thing with the 2 elves and Herdozi.
That's so fucking creepy.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
I'm gonna spider my way over to those gnomes and just try to get them to decide that this is a place they don't want to be. So I'm gonna scurry across the table and like up someone's leg and all sorts of shit.
Little bitty.
Yep. Just start leaving like I mean it's got it can probably leave silk around, so it's gonna try to do that to just really just deter them as best it can.
Okay, first the gnomes come in and immediately the dwarven barkeep. Oh, great to have you in here today. Oh, a little slow, but I'm sure I'll pick up soon. Go ahead and sit wherever you want. I'll be straight over and take your order. Anything you want to drink right now? And the gnomes, no hurry, no problem. We just have to discuss a few things. And they go and start sitting in a booth. Your little spiders running after them as fast as they can. They start to sit down and crawl up the leg and bite them, or what are you going to have them do?
I don't want the thing to get smushed because I want to keep spying. I just want to make them feel like this is maybe not the cleanest establishment that they want to eat at. Maybe not so well taken care of. So I'll scurry across the table and try to get out of sight before the bartender can react to their screams.
All right, so you just scurry on the table to show the spider off?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to roll a dice. I'm thinking in my head, I got to figure out their reaction. Are they afraid of spiders? Do they not care about spiders? Do they eat spiders? All right. It's going to swing in an attempt to attack.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Try to-
boy.
All right. Spider does
you
not have
were
much
kind
AC.
of in defensive mode, so what is the spider's AC?
12.
12.
Yep.
Splat right on the table, misses you totally. No, he rolled an 8.
Okay. Cool.
He's not a 10th
gonna-
level barbarian warrior. He's a gnome craftsman. So it misses.
I'm gonna just like wave like one arm at them and then point it at the door.
Okay, now they should be terrified.
Do a persuasion check. Or are you intimidating?
I'm trying to persuade them. I want to save them.
Do the spider's persuasion.
Not good.
And like I said, you can use a reroll on your thing.
I see that. I'm just out.
It draws its leg across its neck and points to the door.
Well, I got a 5 because I roll at -4.
All right. And did you want to use your reroll, or you're sticking with that?
I'll re-roll it. I got a 7.
You raise, he takes it as a threat, like it's rearing up to attack or something.
Yeah.
The other gnome is just kind of laughing. Damn spider, leave it alone. And it will swing once again. Oh,
That'll do it.
sorry.
Well,
That's okay. I
Spider went
tried.
flat.
They were given the message. They ignored it.
It couldn't have been clearer.
I think so. Soliana will be like, oof. So some patrons have gone in there who aren't thralls and didn't take my spider, suggesting they leave as an answer. We might want to do something about that before they get eaten.
when we see them from the outside, like, are there windows? In the
The windows are kind of smoked over. You can't see clearly inside.
Hmm.
And then you see a group of 5 other people head on in.
Oh,
Ooh.
Kind of seems like the lunch crowd is starting to show up.
well, safety in numbers, right? They're not going to attack 7 people.
We can save them with song. Maybe.
I don't know. Like, I feel like if they attacked 7 people, one of them might get away. And then they're busted. So that can't be their method of operation, right? How,
We
how
should
many?
go in?
Did you see how many were in there?
Apart from the thralls, at first there were just the 2 gnomes that came in.
No, like any illithid in the back.
Oh, I didn't see any illithids right now. There is 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 thralls.
Hmm.
There was the bartender, 2 humans at one table, and then another table there was 2 elves and a herdozy. So
And you said that there was a bard that was also really
and
unenthusiastic.
a bard that was singing at the fireplace.
Yeah, so 7 thralls.
Yep.
Oh, someone should have attuned to the hat of disguise.
Did I hear the gnome say either of their names?
Roll a perception check for the
Okay.
spider.
The spider.
Well, no, you were listening through it, so use your
That's
own
true.
perception. My bad.
10.
You didn't catch it.
No, okay.
It was an extremely long gnomish name, and it just didn't catch in your head.
But if
So
there's no illithid there, then they're probably okay, right?
I mean, I imagine it's like once there's enough people to warrant the illithids turning up, a thrall runs off to go tell them, or the thralls just tell them psychically, or they tune in every so often. I'm not sure how it works with them.
So we should head in to bait them out.
One of you can roll intelligence check.
I'll do that.
Seems like the right call.
12. Wait, I'm gonna re-roll that.
No,
No?
no, because it was just yesterday for your character that heard it. You know, with the dwarves, with Petunia and her husband, it seemed like when he described it, the other few people that were in the tavern were acting weird, kind of emotionless, and it seemed like just him and his wife were being attacked.
Okay.
So probably nobody in there now.
And as you sit here talking about it, you see 3 more people enter,
Do you think we could just
3 of the gift.
Go in ourselves.
yeah, that's what I was
Some
well,
drinks and wait.
yeah. Do you think there's always 12 or is just a particularly hungry dinner party of illithid?
I mean, they were loading up our neighbor's ship to get going. I mean, could it be possible that this is involved in some way? I mean, I would hate to think ill of the ambassador.
I mean,
Well, we already know that like the people who are working under him aren't fully loyal.
yeah. But they're not leaving till after the Harvest Moon party.
We probably should just go in and just warn people and then just leave. I mean, it's not like they're going to attack us if we just go in and say, "Hey guys, did you know this is an illithid
How
restaurant?"
are they
where
going to believe us?
Yeah.
we can say we tried, and then we're just like, they don't have to worry about it anymore, and like our consciences are clear because we had tried.
Just keep an eye on the situation. See if
Won't
we can
that
learn anything
clue-
else from inside.
Yeah, won't that clue the thralls to know that we know?
Yeah, and we don't want them to know.
Yeah.
We could just say that the restaurant is bad and has spiders. That's not a lie. Not a lie.
Yeah, but
Ooh.
it's not like it's just spiders.
True. They're really sweet.
No, the spiders turn into demons that attack you on your ship. Spiders are awful.
Soliana looks offended.
I don't know if that's all spiders, Flo. That's just I think that's just demons that can be spiders.
Can be, yeah, like quasit things and imps and stuff. I mean, anything can be a spider if it has polymorph.
Anything be a spider if you have polymorph.
Yeah.
Mhm. just that statement. Anything can be a spider.
Anything
All
can be a
spiders are
spider.
not spiders. They're other things.
Only
Anything can be a
50% of any spider that you see
spider. Is a spider.
is a spider. Oh.
And the more you talk, more people start heading
Keep
in.
going in.
I guess it's just jumping at lunchtime. Nobody's going to attack it during lunchtime. They're going to attack during the slow times. I don't know
Probably.
how we can help, though, unless we could booby trap the back room somehow. Who has
there any
force
other-
cage?
Was there an entrance in the back or an exit in the back?
You can go around and check.
Okay. You take a quick look by there.
All right. You head around the back. It does have buildings on either side of it, so you got to walk around those buildings
Okay.
to get into a little alleyway in the back. And there are just 3 little steps going up to a back door.
Okay.
It does look like there would have been room. Since you saw the layout inside, it is just a 1-story. There is more room in the back, whether that is just storage for a pantry and a kitchen. You don't really know, but yeah.
So there's some of the places I haven't seen yet.
Mhm. But does look like a good sturdy door on the back with a good dwarven lock.
Okay. You want to just go in?
And do what?
Order food.
I have an invisible servant. I don't know what I could make it do, but I have it. It can be invisible and go in the back.
Can it report back to you?
I don't know if I can communicate
Yeah.
with invisible servant. I just make it do things.
I can send another spider in.
Might as well investigate.
Unseen servant.
Are
Yeah.
any of you doing anything else right now? I know you're entertaining and performing in the street. Are you
Yeah,
still
let's go
doing-
get a drink. Sure.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Go get a drink at the Drunken Mermaid.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Go ahead and head in the tavern. And actually right there is probably a good place to call it. We'll call it early tonight. That way, hopefully we can get Tinkerdust to join any fun that is to be had.
Ooh, yeah.
We're
And,
just getting drinks. It's gonna be fine, right?
Yes.
Right?
What could go wrong?
It's hopefully it's fine.
All right. Thanks everybody for watching this. Appreciate your comments and have a great night. Take care, all.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.